Everybody like, hey, are you ready to go? Ready to go? Everybody like, hey.
Hey yo, what's good though? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. So, for those of you that are familiar with me, I'm sure this is probably very weird for you. Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a camera, and I am talking with the mic in my hand. This is a weird little transition, but you know what? I want to try and have fun with this, and I want to do it in a somewhat semi-professional manner. This setting probably isn't that, but I'm gonna do my best with it anyway until I get a better setup. For those of you that are unfamiliar with me, hi, hello, what's going on? My name is Soul, as made very prominent on my main channel, Soul Story Mode, where I make any and all types of Pokemon content. If that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and check out my main channel, Soul Story Mode, and we can complain about Pokemon. But on this channel, we're talking about every side of gaming. Everything that I'm interested in, at least, which is why today we're going to be talking about something very obvious. As a Sonic fan, there's no way in hell that I wasn't going to talk about a Sonic game in the release month of a Sonic game. Sonic Superstars is set to release October 17th, and honestly, I'm very ecstatic for it. I cannot wait to see what that game brings to the table when it comes to 2D Sonic. Now, here's the thing. I have very high expectations for the Sonic series after Frontiers because I could tell that they put a lot of heart into that game. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the update, the Final Horizons, because that added on to the story in an incredible way, added on to many different gameplay features and factors, and it was just very exciting. Of course, it wasn't perfect or anything like that, but I was looking forward to it nonetheless. So of course, coming off the hype train of Final Horizon, I'm very much looking forward to Sonic Superstars. But here's the thing. Me personally, I've usually never been very excited when it comes to 2D entries for Sonic games. I grew up on 3D. That's just kind of how it is, you know? Nothing wrong with 2D games or anything like that, of course, but side scrollers and beat 'em ups, very rarely did they ever appeal to me unless they had a really satisfying, style. Have y'all ever played Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game? Yeah, that's probably my favorite side scroller beat 'em up ever. Obviously, the 2D side scrollers that I'm talking about aren't even within that realm. However, just know very rarely do I indulge in games of that style. So to say that I'm very excited for Sonic Superstars means a lot because I can tell they put a lot of care and effort into how they designed and how they really showed this game off for us so that we could be ready for it at the end of October. And the reason that I'm even talking about this right now is because I feel that Sonic Superstars could do for 2D Sonic what Sonic Frontiers has done for 3D Sonic. Now, hold your horses. Don't get me wrong, Sonic Mania was a phenomenal entry in the 2D Sonic franchise. However, Sonic Mania technically wasn't even developed by Sonic Team. That was originally a fan game that ended up being published by them because they figured, hey, this game is so high quality, it may as well be a legitimate Sonic game. Acknowledged by the team and Sega, which is awesome, great for them, but at the end of the day, it was primarily a fan game. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but that's what it is. Just like Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Superstars seems to be showing off a lot of phenomenal things. We're getting all of these different power-ups from the Chaos Emeralds that we've never seen in the franchise before, like Sonic making clones out of himself and stuff like that, and going absolutely bananas across the screen, whatever he's doing. We've seen different levels of him and all his friends turning into squids and stuff like that, like they're in a Pac-Man style world or something like that, and that's really unique. It's something that we haven't seen from the franchise before, and it really has my interest. I can't even lie to you. One of the biggest things that me and a lot of other fans were really happy about was the fact that they introduced so many new stages and levels that we have never seen before in the entirety of the Sonic franchise. We have been sick to death of stuff like Green Hill Zone and Sand Hill Zone and stuff like that, Flying Egg Bat. We've seen it all recycled over and over and over again, and it does get a little tired. So being able to see all of these fresh new stages, it really does shine a light on how much they pay attention and how much they care about this franchise. So much so that they're willing to truly listen and implement some of the ideas and thoughts that we have, like, as fans for some of these games. Maybe not our ideas per se, but you know, they're really incorporating what we think into how they develop these games. And that's truly something special. When a developer can do something like that, it's really nice. It's a very good feeling, you know what I mean? And of course, it's very nice and very refreshing to see all of Sonic's friends playable for the first time in forever. Of course, in the 3D game with Sonic Frontiers, The Final Horizon, that was the first time in forever, like almost a decade or two, that we've been able to play as other characters besides Sonic and maybe the occasional Shadow. I don't really count Sonic Forces because I haven't even played that, and Episode Shadow seemed whack. But it's really awesome to see that we can finally play as Tails using his own abilities, Knuckles using his own abilities, and Amy for the first time in a while using her own abilities in a 2D Sonic game that works for all of them. Because if we're being completely honest, while I did love playing as all of them in Sonic Frontiers, I gotta be real, they were definitely not built for that game. Or rather, that game was definitely not built with them in mind. Trying to do any kind of combat or any like real platforming and stuff like that is really rough when using those characters. And it's like, okay, well, we kind of get the idea as to why that happened. It's because they only had about a year to develop this little bit of extra DLC to finish off the story, but they wanted to, you know, implement some of the fan heed and really make it so that we know that they were paying attention, because, you know, otherwise they probably wouldn't have implemented Tails, Knuckles, and Amy as playable characters, because in reality, they were not made to be playable when they probably were originally developing this game. That was not the intended idea. And in all honesty, that's all fine and dandy and stuff like that, but it's gonna be a nice change of pace, a very nice change of pace, when we actually get to play a game with them in mind, where they are actually meant to be there, and it's gonna be very fresh and very just, I can't wait to play as Knuckles, man. I love Knuckles so much, and I feel like that character has been completely underrated in the entirety of the Sonic franchise for his entire existence, and it's about high time he got some more love, you know what I'm saying? Knuckles is a fighter, he's a boxer, he's a bruiser, right? It's been proven in every like little piece of cinema he has ever been introduced in. He is a scrapper, bro. And not being able to fight as him in Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon without getting my ass whooped was kind of tragic. So even though I know he's not necessarily boxing and bruising in Sonic Superstars, it is going to be really refreshing to play as him in a setting where he is meant to be. And I just can't help but look forward to that. More importantly, more than anything, I'm just very happy to see Sonic Superstars existing at all, because frankly, Sonic as a franchise has struggled really, really badly. And it was about high time that they really proved to us and themselves that this franchise is still worth fighting for. Sonic Frontiers, even with its glitches, even with a lot of its issues, you can see the heart that was within that. You can see how much care and love and time they really tried to put into it until their timer ran out. And that is just truly a disgusting thing in the gaming realm when it comes to developing games. They do have a time limit, and they really can't help what happens with said time limit. They can only do so much before they have to start pushing the gas just a little bit harder to get the game out on time before, you know, people start pulling out and somebody's not getting paid and then everybody's upset. Some things just have to happen, especially with a game like, you know, Sonic, because you know what, I'm not even going to go into that history because that history is insane. But with Sonic Frontiers existing, it really brings me hope for Sonic Superstars, in which a game fully developed by Sonic Team with love and passion and care, we can see a real turnaround for Sonic with both variations of Sonic. 3D Sonic has its thing going on, and now maybe 2D Sonic can finally have its own thing going on. And in all honesty, there's absolutely no reason as to why both of those things can't exist. I mean, hey, look at the Mario Bros franchise. People have gotten so sick, so incredibly sick of the new Super Mario Bros entries for decades now, and I can't really blame them. I hopped off a long time ago. I never even played Super Mario Bros. U. I'll be completely honest with you. However, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, yeah, that's a day one cop. And I'm saying this as a Spider-Man fan because Spider-Man comes out on the same day. So that's saying a lot right there. However, long story short, Super Mario Bros. Wonder existing at all proves that 3D Mario and 2D Mario can coexist just fine and have a lot of unique things about them. So I'm hoping that the same can be said for the Sonic series, which is why I think that Superstars is so important and crucial when it comes to the future of Sonic. Getting diverse with the Sonic franchise is exactly what they need to be able to get that character back into AAA status, because if there's any character that absolutely deserves that, it's Sonic. And I really, really, really one day hope that Sega can truly buckle down on that, because Sonic has not gotten enough time in the limelight. But hey, you know, maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe I'm absolutely insane. But you know what? It's nice to dream sometimes. It's good to be hopeful, especially for something that you care about, you know? I don't see myself giving up on Sonic as a franchise anytime soon, and hopefully that goes with a lot of the fans, because I feel like this franchise has a lot of potential, and Sonic Frontiers and Sonic Superstars can really, really show that. So I'm really looking forward to whatever they have in store, but I guess we'll just have to play Superstars and see if I'm just talking out of my ass here. But that's enough of me. What are you guys thinking over there? Do you think that Sonic Superstars has the absolute potential like I think it does to be something truly incredible for the entry of 2D Sonic? Or do you think it doesn't have a chance in hell to ever keep up with anything Sonic Frontiers did, or just anything previous entries for 2D Sonic has done? Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always, always, always down there with you guys. But with that, yeah, it does seem about time to skedaddle on. So, I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this. And with that, I'm Gonzo. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!